everyone. Today I'm going to be more scientific, let's say, and I'm going to talk about the languages in terms of the group they belong to and the type of the languages. One big group of languages is Indo-European group of languages, and there we have lots of subgroups. So in this group we find Germanic languages: English, German, Swedish, Norwegian, Icelandic. We have Romance languages: French, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, Catalan, Romanian. In the Slavic group of languages, we find Russian, Ukrainian, Slovak, Czech, Serbian, Bulgarian. There is a group of Afro-Asian languages with Hebrew and Arabic. Baltic languages, Latvian and Lithuanian. Hellenic language group is represented just by Greek, and Albanian only by Albanian. And there is also Indo-Iranian group with the Hindi and Farsi and Kurdish language. I think I have mentioned them all. So this is the biggest group, which is called Indo-European group of languages. And then we have Sino-Tibetan group, where Chinese, Mandarin Chinese belongs to. We have Turkic languages, where Turkish belongs to, as well as, for example, Turkmen and Azerbaijani language. And there are also Uralic languages, where we can find Hungarian and Finnish. So these are the families of the languages, okay? And then we also have types of languages, different types of languages. And this is very interesting as well, because they are different in terms of grammar structure and how the words express grammar in these languages. Let's start with the inflectional languages. Inflectional languages are, for example, Greek, Russian, Spanish, Italian. And these are the languages where the word plays a role in a sentence, and it shows, let's say, things about grammar. We speak about the languages where verbs are conjugated according to the person, so we know what person we're talking about. For example, in Greek, grapho, graphis, graphi, I write, you write, he writes. There is a case of nouns and adjectives. Человек, человеку, человеком in Russian. There is gender, and there are cases, yes, as I mentioned already. So these are inflectional languages. Another group is analytic languages. In analytic languages, word on its own doesn't express grammar relations in the sentence, but this grammar and grammar structure is expressed by other words or particles or the context or the word order in the sentence. Chinese is considered an analytic language, and also English, because it is partly inflectional and partly analytic. For example, in English, there are no endings, like I go, you go, only the third person. We have s, okay, but in all the tenses, there are no endings. Yes, the verb is not conjugated in any particular way. And for example, the future is expressed by adding the word will. I will go, he will go, they will go. The same counts for Chinese, where the word on itself doesn't express any grammar. But if we add, for example, voçuy, I go, but if I say voçuy go, it means I went. So this particle go expresses the past, or as well as the particle le, voçile, voçibaula. I ate, yes, and I am full. And then, for example, if you want to say something in meaning the future, we will use some word which will indicate that we are in the future. For example, mingtian voçuy hoçajan. Tomorrow I will go to the railway station. So I will use the word mingtian, tomorrow, which will help me express the future tense. So these are analytic languages. Another group, and very interesting group of languages, is agglutinative group of languages. Agglutinative languages build grammar forms and grammar structure through prefixes and suffixes. So we add suffixes to the word in order to add more information, yes, and show, let's say, the tense or the person or the case. For example, we have ev, which is a house in Turkish. Turkish is an example of agglutinative language, as well as Finnish. I don't know Finnish. I have never studied. I think it's a challenge to take it up one day. But in Turkish, for example, we have evlerinizden, which is ev, a house, and then evler, which is the plural of ev, the houses, and then iniz, evleriniz, which means your houses, in plural, you, your, and then evlenirizden, then means from, so from your houses. Yes, it's very interesting, and this was one of the reasons why I decided to take up Turkish, because it was very different from the other inflectional languages or analytic languages I learned before. Well, and the last one is polysynthetic languages. I haven't learned any of them. As far as I know, for example, Inuit language belongs to the polysynthetic group of the languages. And in these types of languages, one word can express the whole sentence. This is very interesting. I think it's also difficult to learn. But for example, I can read you a word which in Inuit language means a whole sentence. I can't hear you very well. I can't hear very well, which will be like tu satsiarunani tualuyunga. So that's it, a polysynthetic language. So now you have some more information on how the languages, in which groups the languages are divided. So you can, while you decide about the language, which language to learn, you can also learn languages from different groups in order to see how differently they function. And I think it's a real challenge. So stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, and you will learn more stories about the languages and about language teaching and learning. Thank you.